Hello everyone, today we're gonna play second part of our playthrough. First and most important thing after you finish Act 1 is talk to this guy, and that's gonna port us to the conclave of the tree and take the rift, and directly in this direction from the rift it's something that I want. That's a totally normal shield. There is a several like this in the game, but for our build this is the best one. This is a huge power spike. It's a guaranteed in every difficulty. It scales 50, 75, 94. This is actually a mace, but it goes here and it looks like your hero. It's a double shield. Here this guy wants from us to finish the trial, but there is 6 lore nodes here, so I'm gonna pick them. These 6 nodes actually pretty good chunk of XP.
Come see what's left of my wares.
There is a secret door. It's not very visible, but if you point your mouse, it's exactly here behind this vendor. There is always chest there. Sometimes there is a nice stuff inside, but most of the time it's pretty bad. As you can see, a lot of experience from these 6 nodes. At this point, I'll go for mastery, cunning, and I can start the trial. Usually at normal there is just one hero. Pretty easy.
I could hear.
So this is 3 witch cults. You have to pick which one would you like to stick with. Usually I found Solisle questline much more easier and faster. There is arguments. Some people think Bismail is faster than Solisle. It's personal preferences. I prefer Solisle. Their questline is quite interesting as well. Cult of Drake is very chaotic. You have to hunt some mobs and stuff. I don't like it. And there is no huge difference which one you're gonna pick. You're gonna max reputation with all of them at the end, so I just picked the easiest for me. Also Solisle comes with their movement rune is kinda the best one. Charging Bull is just on a 4 seconds cooldown and actually suits our build better because we have main damage and off-cut damage here.
See you around.
That goes in the medal slot. Now I have another movement ability, and this one works without target. you can take a look every single vendor before you take your decision. I'm gonna do another Cree club for crystals. As you can see, that's our devotion anvil. We are hammered in. This is a very good passive damage. I come back here, as I explained in the last episode, I prefer to have a little bit more crystals. I'm gonna have another 2 or 3 crafting sessions. So I think that's enough. So for the next stack,
Come see what's left of my wares.
I prefer mine. So for the next stack, it's a elemental res check, poison resistant check, and pierce resistant check, and bleeding as well. At some part we're gonna need ether as well, but at the moment I think I'm pretty good. I have this capped. My poison is a 52. My vitality is okay. I'm gonna boost it during the act, and also I miss some component here and there. Gonna check the vendors. It's a always good idea. So nothing important,
See you around.
and we can proceed forward. We're gonna deal with the Cronley gang in the next act. These guys, some of them gunners, some of them Nightblade type of skills. There is a mini boss here. My advice is clear a little bit before you engage him. These guys can be very deadly on a unprepared build. Okay, he's dead. Doesn't matter if you talk with him or not, it says the same line every time. Directly west from here is another secret quest. So that house over here. This guy is so desperate. He's gonna kill his family. Basically, if you don't stop him, there is two possible outcomes. You left him to kill them, and after that you kill him. This is like the evil outcome. And he gonna drop this torch, which is a very nice fire-based weapon early on. But honestly, I prefer the experience. So I'm gonna convince him to be ported to Devil's Crossing. So you have to pick carefully the lines. And this is the right one. I come from Devil's Crossing, it's safe there. We defend it, and I'll send you and your family there. And that's it. We did the wrong thing. The right thing, sorry. There is a totem as well. So this is Savage totem. Usually it's not that hard. couple of beasts or couple of trolls, nothing special. This is a very good early on sword and board set. You're probably not gonna find everything, but for example, this armor piece is better than mine. It's a triple armor, even more. We lose some physical, pierce resistance, but honestly, that amount of life and armor is gonna... It's a good trade, basically. There is another note here. I kill all the beasts, basically I need spikes and materials that they drop. Here is another guy. This guy wants from you to track down his business partner. The story is not very clear who's right, who's wrong, but this guy is actually a vendor, very important one, and I prefer to not kill him, so I'm gonna pick the top options all the time. There is a 3 possible outcomes. You can shake him for a little bit of money, but that's bad because when you face him later on, he's not gonna sell potions. And some of the potions that he sells, it's used basically rare materials. The next outcome, you can kill him, and later on his daughter's gonna try to avenge him, and she's gonna drop a Chaos resistance based ring. Actually the ring is very good, but still I prefer to have him as a vendor. Potions that he sells, it's a very good boost during the leveling, especially the mode that I play, Soul Self-Found. I'm gonna place my portal here, and I'm gonna take the rift, and I'm gonna backtrack. There is a cave that I want to clear. There is another totem. I want to clear a little bit. This is Forsaken. This type of totems usually very rippy. They spawn these gargantuan beasts. These guys do this slam attack, which is in basically 2 parts. They hit you with right and left arm. That does massive damage. Also this is a corrupted modification on them. They spawn this ethereal field. That's pretty rip as well. Okay, so this is a very good starting pants. Usually they drop very often. Unfortunately this is a pretty low roll. 10 ether resistance and 11 elemental. but still better than mine. This is Explorer set. This is a experience set. You can wear this when you bring back your quests and stuff. I don't do that. It's not huge difference, honestly, and I hate to keep it all around, so I'm just gonna sell it. Just gonna bring my quests.
Well, you were dear. We have to hit them hard and fast.
Okay. And here is the guy that we saved alongside with his family. He's gonna give us a ring. The ring is not too bad, actually. Actually, I'm gonna replace this one. I think it's a better trade. Okay.
Be safe out there.
We are fine for now. This cave is there is two entrances. I'm gonna use this one. Doesn't really matter which one I'm gonna use, because I already have the next rift, so I'm not have to walk. There is a boss here. He is not part from the story, but you can kill it if you want. I'm gonna kill it. I like the XP. Also, that comes with a rover reputation. That's the guy. He is cold based. He always keep one of the 3 types of spectral weapons, so he's a pretty good farm spot. Also, he drops his shield. This is a Spellbreaker sword and board shield. It's a very good for leveling. If you don't want to level a melee Spellbreaker, it's a pretty good caster Spellbreaker option. And he drops the Spectral Mace. This is a typical Trozan Sky Shard weapon. Usually you level Trozan with this one. There is a one-shot chest here. That's why I like to kill this guy. But the most important thing for this cave, there is a devotion shrine. We absolutely destroy it. Another important thing, Grimdown makes check when the game drops these blueprints, so it's good immediately to learn them. Otherwise, if you keep them in your inventory or in your stash, the game gonna drops for you duplicates. I'm gonna fix my energy consumption. I'm gonna remove this emerald from my head slot, and I'm gonna put ectoplasm. It's gonna fix my energy issues for a while. This is the rover camp. And this is the first mine that we can find couple of dynamites. There is a lot of wasps here, so it's a good early source of royal jelly. Usually I go here for a full clear. Extra rare materials early on is never bad thing, but pretty unlucky on my side. Here again, this guy can be very deadly. I like to clear a little bit. He drops Balthazar's crest, another MI. This one is a blade arc, physical blade arc based. And this is the bread and butter for the build, Counter-Strike. This puts another aura. There is a... comes with a lot of physical retaliation. We're gonna hard cap this in the next levels. I'm gonna stop putting points in the mastery for a 4 or 5 levels. And directly north from the mine is the next quest. This is the rover elder. He's gonna give you automatically the and here is when rotating camera angles comes in handy. You can rotate a little bit and charge to this guy. So I save like 15-20 seconds walking. After you cross this bridge, this is the first wasp nest that I like to visit. These hives, they're a pretty good source of experience and royal jellies. There is a boss inside every single one of them. In the first one, the boss is poison based, that one, Ronaprax. I don't advise you come here below 50% poison resistance. She can be very rippy. But thankfully soldier is the best single master in the game. I mean, you can beat the game being just soldier without picking any secondary mastery. That powerful is a soldier in Grim Dawn. 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 there is another devotion. That's why it's good to keep at least one frozen heart. You're gonna need it for here. Directly east from the rift, it's a new harbor. There is a quest here. The quest has again 3 different outcomes. This is a Silas. These people over here work for Cronley. They basically gather scraps and different materials to support the gang. And they work very hard. They're kinda slaves because this gang threats them. You can kill him. This is the worst outcome. After you come back, this whole village will be slaughtered. You can give him the scraps that these people owes to him. I don't like this. The best one is how much coins would you take to make you leave, and just give him this amount of coins. Actually, it's not too much. The deal is pretty good, and later on he's gonna appear as a hero in the Cronley camp. I prefer to have him as an extra spawn, because if I kill him now, he's just a white mob. And also that's a very good XP. 3 scraps basically for 1 conversation. This is the best outcome, but you can try all of them at some point. I'm gonna backtrack to the first rovery camp. Here there is 2 possible outcomes. I can lie to him and keep the relic, and this gonna be it's gonna transform to an actual relic that I can put on my slot. This relic comes with a person stats like person physique, person cunning and person spirit, and active skill that gives total damage and energy regeneration. But honestly, I have a pretty good relic. I prefer the reputation, because 500, it's a very good amount. This guy is gonna unlock our secondary inventory back, and actually I'm gonna sell all that I don't need. This is actually a chaos resistance. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna check his materials. Nothing interesting. I still need a lot of spikes. We are level 21. I can put my salt. That's gonna bring another aura and gonna cap my ether resistance.
Keep your weapons.
There is a second rovery camp. We're gonna pick the quests. This is the faction vendor, but we are far from. Be sure you don't sell this, because it's just 1 per difficulty. If you sell it, you can't find it again in the same difficulty. This guy can't be very rippy. He always carry his MI. especially if you play veteran mode. He hits like a truck. Gonna max out. These guys over here, if you have very low stun res, like me, just 10, these guys can be very rippy. These guys, they are PvP builds that belongs to actual players. Aldrich, and there is a different spawn wrecked by Protoss. Both of them build these builds basically, and I'm pretty sure I can kill them, but just be extremely careful. Boris is part from the game, he is not something special, but as you can see I take huge amount of damage compared to my last boss fights and stuff. These guys, they always drop a medal that comes with tons of secondary resistance, stun, freeze, entrapment, petrify, slow. It's a good leveling medal, but just doesn't scale, so I don't like so much to use it. And there is no prefix or suffix. Proc is kinda nice, but still. These guys, they offer you a deal. If you left them alive, they gonna tell you a secret about Cronley, but I already know the secret, so I'm gonna just kill them. And the secret is not so secret. We have to destroy these forges. There is a couple of hero spawns at this camp. It's completely random. I think there is just 2 guaranteed. Is this guy. As you can see, that's Madman Wilcox. He is a Nightblade. And there will be another guaranteed spawn exactly before the Cronley's hideout. This guy, he's extremely dangerous. As you can see, he managed to dispatch 1/3 of my life bar with one combo. So pay attention. Okay, ice axe powders versus these ones. I don't like the Taskmaster prefix, so I'm gonna leave it for now. Okay, Mystic of the Fox. Ah, that's a bad one as well. There is, you can see, another devotion shrine. There is a mini boss here. He has 3 different spawn locations. We need him for a quest a little bit later on, but as I said, I'm gonna kill him before, and I can go just talk with the NPC. but first I'm gonna grab the here. In these clusters here there is a secret quest, this book. Be sure you destroy them so you can pick the quest item. So we need this Targu the Builder that's come with yellow and blue, which means turtle is a very good one. Comes with 2 yellow and 3 blue as a complete bonus. So I'm gonna pick this. It's a very good for a tank build. It comes with tons of armor. And basically turtle, it's the best tier 1 devotion. This proc is absolutely overpowered. It's a tons of absorption, and basically absorption is one of the best mitigations in the game. So money box, this is the second spawn location, so over here. He's not here, so he's gonna be exactly before Cronley. Cronley, compared to Warden Creek, he made a different deal with the Tyrios. Instead of possessed him or corrupt him, he made a deal to get rid of Devil's Crossing if they provide to him ethereal crystals, so he gonna enhance his people. This is super humans at the moment. You can see the crystals at their back. Cronley and his people was a prisoners at Devil's Crossing before the Grim Dawn. They are absolutely sadistic, most of them. This here, it's a guaranteed dynamite. Be sure you pick it. Dynamite is always needed during the playthrough. I'm gonna clear here a little bit. These wasps, they are one of the best sources of experience in the game. This is a Ether Warp Totem, not so deadly. Highly recommend to click it. Here is the money bug. Martin, he is a deadly. He is a demolition type of boss. He throws grenades. That's the grenade. And this is a mine. And he drops the MI, Martin's Crest. This one. This is a Rune of Calastor type of item. But I don't play Inquisitor right now, so it's a vendor item at the moment. This one is a very good component when you play Physical Retaliation build, but just if your resistance fixed. Mine's not that good at the moment, so I'm not gonna use it. I can use it temporary here for now, but I'm gonna remove it. I have a better relic for this what? A better component, sorry. So first time when you met Cronley, He wants to have a conversation. You can go through this. Basically, he explained his plan like every movie. The bad guy explained what he gonna do and stuff, blah blah blah, like this. Not gonna go through this, just gonna fight him. At this moment, he pump up this force field. He's kinda immune to damage. You can kite him until this. Now I can. When the force field's gone, he's vulnerable. You can kite out of these pools. They deal reasonable amount of damage. He drops very good ring if you are attack based build, like Nightblade, weapon pool skills build, that kind of stuff. Because this ring comes with always with attack speed and some pierce resistance and bleeding damage. There is a one-shot chest again. It's not gonna be here like Warden Creek's one. Sometimes there is an extra chest as well, extra money. And this is basically the secret that guys that I killed at the pit gonna share with you, that this is the crystal that Cronley used to enhance his people. There is two different outcomes. You can destroy it and the crystal's gonna drop rare components like Aether Soul or basically Aether based components, but I prefer the second option. This is this thing, Aether Cluster. This is basically a kinda cheat death, a panic button. When you press it, you have 75 damage absorption for 8 seconds. You can use this offensively as well, but it's always good to have at least one, especially when you play hardcore like me. So be sure you grab this rift before you did anything else, because it's very rough to backtrack. I'm gonna grab this one. It's one of the best soldiers passives. Comes with 2 rare resistances, bleeding res, and the most important thing, armor absorption. I'm gonna put the rest at Counter Strike. Okay, we're gonna bring back all the quests. First I'm gonna stop at Old Arkovia. This girl, sorry, is gonna give you a quest that you can exchange 3 royal jellies for basically a potion that gives health regeneration, and also the blueprint for the same potion. I don't have any royal jelly, I think, so I'm gonna pass it for now. Actually I have 2, I need 3, but I hate some quests to stick in my quest log, so I'm gonna skip it for now. I'm gonna arrange a little bit here.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Gonna stop at Devil's Crossing as well.
Well, the Damn, now that
Okay. This is a huge respected with Devil's Crossing means I can buy my blueprint for a belt. When you play Soul Self-Found, don't buy everything at first place. This blueprint's pretty expensive. You don't want to get broke. So I'm gonna buy just what I need. That's Devil Court. This is my soldier belt. And I'm gonna leave this stuff for now because I don't need it at the moment. But always check faction vendors for this blueprint at respected. Also, I'm gonna buy the shoulder guards and one of the armors. They're a pretty good one for leveling. I'm gonna check if I can do scaled height. I need bristly fur. I'm gonna check the Werners. Okay, we have one spike, two spikes. Now I can roll my better version of Battered Shell. This is the best component you can put on a physical retaliation build and almost on every retaliation build.
Tinkering is my specialty.
So what gives actually? We have shield recovery time. Basically in this game, if I block, I have recovery. I can't constantly block. The only moment that I constantly block if this stat block recovery is a 100%. That's why this one is absolutely best in slot. It comes with 136 physical flat damage retaliation and plus 20% to all retaliation damage. On top of that, the skill that I'm gonna use as a left clicker, Brutal Shield Slam, has 18% of retaliation damage add to attack. This is a pretty good value. Everything that's 15 plus is a good one, and everything that's 20 plus is an excellent one. But this one is totally enough. Also it's gonna place the 15% reduced target damage for 3 seconds, which means I don't have to take full Warcry. I can pick up just the Break Moral just for the physical resistance shred. This component saves me tons of skill points and gives me tons of damage as well, and tankiness on top. We have to talk with Barnabas to trigger the next quest line. So we deal with Cronley this episode. This is actually the end of it. Thank you everyone for watching. See you in the next one.